Folks, we're going to be showing you the right way how to clean out your horn. This is going to be very important for everyone, even if you're not on a budget. You hear that, rich kids? Yeah, rich mom, rich dad, and rich kids. Especially at this time of the year. I'm making this around almost the 1st of August. And this is a time where instrument stores are just overwhelmed with all kinds of repairs and stuff. And if you try to take your horn in just to get a simple cleaning like this, it may take them a long time to do it, like a couple of weeks. And the fact of the matter is, you don't need a chemical clean and all the crap that they're wanting to charge you $60 or $70 for. You can have your son or daughter actually do some physical work. They got to put their phone down and they got to put their video games away. Yes, I know that's a tragedy, isn't it, Mom and Dad? But they got to do that. And then they're going to do some real work. Real work. I know that four-letter word with the millennials doesn't resonate well, but this is work. We're going to do some work. So you need to have this simple dishwashing solution that you would get at your friendly Dollar Tree or Walmart or H-E-B or wherever you want to go, Target. And you got to have your horn. You need to also have ready some valve oil. I like Alcas. Been using it for years. Slide grease, it doesn't really matter which kind. In fact, you can use Vaseline or even chapstick in a pinch if you don't have this. Now, for the third valve slide on my trumpet, I really like to be super slick, and I found this magical mix of Slido mix works amazing, like a miracle. Now this together is about $35, so it's not cheap. Depending on whether you want to kind of polish her off, if you have a lacquer horn or you got a different kind of cloth for silver, you'll need a mouthpiece brush because that's where the dirty stuff is, a valve brush, and also a normal pipe cleaner. This can go in the lead pipe and the valves, also the other different slides. And you'll need a snake. Pretty long. Let me show it to you. Yeah, I don't know if it's 24 inches long or whatever it is, but yeah. That and a toothbrush. We'll use the toothbrush. This is an old toothbrush, and we'll use it on the valves. And depending on the slide condition, sometimes it slides. Of course, you got to have your mouthpiece there because that's going to be getting cleaned as well. So that's what you need to begin with. And here we go. We're going to be taking stuff apart. So let me show you how this works. Well, the first thing that we got to do is we got to start disassembling everything. And so we can get the main body of the horn in the bath. That's what I do first. So I'm going to take out the tuning slide. I'm just going to set it over here for right now. Third valve slide. Let's see if it'll come out just like that. Might want to put down your third valve just in case. There we go. That's going here. And I'll show you where these are going in just a minute. And second valve slide. First valve slide. My second valve slide has been stuck for a little bit, and I don't want to. Let's see if I can actually get it out. If I can't get it out right now, I'm not going to worry about it because I can still snake through the valves, and I might need to take it to the repair store, have them put some heat on it, and see if it'll actually come out. No, this second valve slide is being stubborn. I'm not going to worry about it for right now. It's probably something I meant to do a year ago and still haven't done it. They'll just heat that up and they'll take it out. It's not a big deal. I can go in there with a snake here or through here. Next thing is the valves. Now, most valves have a number on it. Let's see if this one does. Should. Well, I don't see a number on it. There you go. You can't see it, but there's actually a number on it right there. That's the number 1. The number 2. You won't be able to see it, but that's number 2 valve. 3. And of course we want to get the caps, So I take them all off. So what you have is the naked body of the horn. No frills, no bells, no whistles. That's all she wrote. Very light too. Now, what I like to do is go ahead and stick it in the tub, which I will do. In there. You gotta be careful, you don't want this hot at all. It's gotta be like lukewarm. Some hot water can take off the finish of certain types of horns. So that's what we're gonna do. It's still kind of too hot. Maybe a little bit cooler. Yeah. Now folks, watch and listen. You see, I'm not putting this open yet. It's in there, but it's not gonna. I'm not gonna squirt it in just yet. Okay. So we got the horn in there. We're gonna go ahead and see what I've done. Taking everything out. Very simple. I'm gonna go ahead and just let everything kind of go into the tub like that. Careful on the valves. These are actually not the valves yet. I gotta do something else with the valves. Mouthpiece. First valve slide, third valve slide. Okay, now the mouthpiece, if you look carefully folks, it'll have a felt right there. You don't necessarily want that getting wet, just because the felt has something to do with the valves being aligned. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and unscrew this. You can actually unscrew this right here, so I'll be right back. So I typically don't like to put the stem. This is called the stem, and this might have some cork in it. This definitely has some felt. That keeps the valves aligned, and I don't really want to get that all wet. So what I do is I'll unscrew that, no problem. I'll set it right over on the tub. Actually, I might set it over here on the towel. I don't want to fall in the tub. The spring and the lifters you can take out if you want. It's not a big deal if you don't. That's the lifter. You can see that. Yeah, it's easy. Spring. I'm going to throw that in the tub too. And now goes the valve. Same thing for this valve. Okay, I'm taking the stem and I'm setting over here aside. I want to taking the spring out. That goes in the tub. The lifter comes out. That goes in the tub. And so does the valve. And finally we got one more valve, as you know. So unscrew the stem, put it over here, take out the spring, take out the lifter. Boom. And in goes the valve. Everything looks like when it's about ready to get going. You know the springs there? See the springs? Make sure you keep them separate. Keep them separate. You keep those springs together. Sometimes they get so intertwined it's hard to get them out. There's the 3 springs, and there's the 3 lifters. There's the 2 valves. There's everything. And I'm going to go ahead and shut this water off because we've got enough right now. Once the bell of the horn here is submerged, we're good to go. So I gotta be careful I don't drop my phone in this damn water. Okay, now we're going to add the, where is it? Yeah. So, the reason we do this now, folks, is because if you add it while the water's running, you'll get about 2 feet of bubbles and suds, and we don't want that. So, how much I use? Maybe half bottle, something like that. You can see. Maybe not quite. You can see it down in there. It smells good. Now I like to start off with the snake. So let me see if I can get this set up where you can really see what I'm doing. Okay, so first thing I do is I get out the snake. That's the long one. And a lot of times I will do this underwater. In fact, let's just see if I can show you. It's gonna be hard to do, but I'm gonna run this through the lead pipe, and a lot of times some gunk comes out when you pull it out. So I'm gonna put this underwater. Just Hopefully they see this. Why we really want to clean the horn. Gotta be careful here. I'm holding this phone over the water. Normally I would do this with 2 hands, but I'm snaking the slide through. And you should see some junk come out. Look at it's already coming if you look carefully. See all that? I don't even know what that was. Can you believe that was in my horn? Some kind of piece of lint. Damn. So that's underwater now. I pull it through. Now it wasn't horribly dirty because if you saw the video prior to this, I did the lazy person's way to clean the horn, and I do tend to do that often, so it doesn't really, build up too much gunk. Go ahead and put it in here. Clean it out. The other part of that. And get it in there. There we go. Yep, maybe a little bit more. Yeah. Okay, now flip the horn around. I need to look on YouTube to see if anybody else has ever done this before. I like to go backwards to the lead pipe as well. So I'm going to put this here. The horn's underwater. And go this way. Yeah, just pull all the way through. Like that. Keep that horn, keep that phone tight, Kurt. You don't want to drop this expensive horn, or why do I keep saying horn? I got a horn in my mind. Phone. Okay, it's going into this part. Pulled out. A little bit of gunk, not too bad. This one too. Can get in there. Yeah. We already did this one. And then I go in backwards to the bell. So, like this. It's actually in, if you can see, it's actually in the bell. And just kind of run it through. It'll get stopped up here, obviously. I don't care. And pull it out. Okay, so we've kind of taken care of that part. Now I'm going to go ahead and use my valves and larger slide brush to take care of the valves. So it doesn't really matter which one you do first. It's still underwater. It's going to the third valve. And again, with 2 hands, it's a lot easier. Probably should move those out of the way so they're not getting all dinged up. Yeah. Do a little twist action and pull out. Now this should be a little bit dirty because this is where a lot of dirt is accumulating. Okay. Definitely, it's hard to one arm this one. Okay, second valve. Again, I'm holding the camera, my phone, with the left hand, so I typically would be doing this with 2 hands. It'd be a lot easier, a lot less wear and tear on the horn as I drop it. Twist. Come on. I also like to take this and go ahead and put it through the slides again, even though I already snaked it out, because this is bigger. A little bit more intrusive action here. So I'll put this in there just a little bit. Like that, do a little twisting. And I gotta grab one of the things to pull this thing out. It's kind of tight. Okay. I'm gonna do it with this one too. Yeah, I know my horn's taking a little bit more of abuse, but it's for you guys, right? Save you guys $60 instead of, this is what they're doing in the store. And they put a little chemical on it, but come on. You think Doc Severinsen and Maynard Ferguson and Harry James had their horn chemically dipped? Hell to the fucking no. They didn't. They did this. Maynard Ferguson and Bill Chase and Harry James and all the guys you know, Doc Severinsen, were cleaning their horn out in a bathtub just like yours truly right now. Not doing any chemical clean. Take my word for it. Pull that out. Okay. So we're doing the valve. Let's flip the horn over and get the other side. And we'll get the first valve side here. Gonna set the horn down. This is smaller, I guess. I can't get it in there. Hold on a second. I'm actually putting it into the first valve slide. You'll see that. Yeah, so it's there. Kind of tight. Pull it out. It's really snug there. It doesn't want to come out. You're going to have so much better time doing this with two hands. And same thing here. Again, I can't barely get it in there because it's tighter. Trying to do my best with one hand. Yeah, so we're good. Okay. Now what I like to do with the toothbrush, just go around the slides. Yeah, like this. You know. Can't do the best job with one hand, but do the best I can. That's that. Let's flip this around. Yeah. Just takes off more gunk. This third valve slide, it really needs to be buffed up. Look at that. I could probably take some very, very mild steel wool just for polishing, and that just a couple swipes will get that off. In fact, I probably should do that. So this third valve slide it's kind of sticking on me a little bit. And this. Okay. So now your horn's really done. So that part's done. And what I do now is just take some light lukewarm water and rinse it off. It's actually probably okay as it is, but I'll, you know, put it in the bell, mess around with it that way a little bit. Make sure it's not too hot. Kind of hot, but here, run through the slides. Again, if I could do this with two hands, I would be doing a better job. Get it through the valve. So, the valve, the horn, lead pipe. Yeah, this horn's a clean horn. It has a lot, and let's just see if mine did. Of course, I would be doing this different if I just had both hands to work with. Okay. So I'm throwing this whole thing in there. Yeah, I'm going to set the camera down so I can really do a good job. But when I pull it out, you should notice some junk come out. Look at that. See the junk? That came out of my mouthpiece, folks. You do, if you play a lot, you do get some junk in there. Just, you can't avoid it. That's why it's good to really clean this guy out with the mouthpiece brush. I'm going to put in there a little bit more. Look at, even more junk's coming out. And wow, now I got in there so tight I'm going to have to use my fingers to, come on baby, eat that. Here we go. More junk. And then you can also go in the other way. A little bit anyway. Yeah. I might sometimes take the toothbrush on it, but I think we're good. I'm just going to set that over for right now. And let's see how we can do this without this. Really, I can keep it right there. Yeah, I've actually got the phone on the edge. Let's just see if we can do this real quick. So, where's my here we go. Valves. So valves, I'm just going to go through each little hole in the valve, kind of like this. See? You can do that with all the valves. Yeah, like that. And I will take the toothbrush. Where the heck is that damn toothbrush? Here it is. Toothbrush. And I will just lightly, this is a soft toothbrush, just lightly go across the valves like this. Okay. That's done. Next valve. Yeah. See, it's going through all the holes. Toothbrush. Again. Go over this is very critical. Don't go hard on this because you don't want any kind of scratches on the actual nickel part, monel nickel of the valve. This is the part that needs to be very, very smooth. Put that back over there. Somehow that rolled over. Put that over there. Now I got two valves stuck together. And I don't remember which one I did, but I'm doing them real quick here. Toothbrush. And the valve should be over here for the mouthpiece, but it rolled over and it screwed me up, which means I got to do this other one just in case. So I take this big brush. Notice I'm not using the snake on this. The snake is a little bit precarious. Okay. Again, through the holes. Yeah, we're good. Where's the toothbrush at? Here we go. Toothbrush. Nice and easy. It really smells nice in here with that palm olive. So, there we go. Put that over there. Now, take our snake, and we're just going to put our snake in the end. There, it's underwater. And it should just come. There you go. See that? Boom. Pull it out. Isn't that nice? This is not too dirty, so I'm not going to worry about taking the toothbrush on it. Now with the smaller slides, it might not go all the way through, be able to pull it out like that. That's okay. But we're going to put it in anyway. So it goes in. And I'm not going to really, actually it could do it, but I'm just going to go ahead and do it from both sides. Get enough. Big long one. This is the third valve slide. Now I might take the toothbrush over it because this is very critical that you really clean this one out good, because this needs to be fast action for those D and C sharps that you use it on. So I will take the toothbrush on this guy. And like I already mentioned, hey, look, some of that gunk is coming off a little bit, but you know, both the horn and this part really do need to have a very, very mild abrasive on it to get some of this off. Like a very, very mild steel wool or sandpaper, just barely. So that's good. On these spit valves, now I'll show you what we're going to do with those later. These are called Amada water keys, so they might look different than your typical box Stradivarius spit valves. I feel that this decreases the nodal point, allowing to have better intonation and better airflow through the horn. But that's just my opinion. And as you know, the little second valve slide was stuck on there. I'm not going to worry about that too much because I got it snaked out. Now the caps, you can see they're dirty, so I will just kind of take the toothbrush around with the caps. And I don't care about getting them perfectly. Yeah, better than it was. This is kind of dirty, obviously, so look at that gunk coming out of there. So I'm just brush it like you're brushing your teeth really good. And drop that one down in there. You can see it's cleaning up. It is hard to do this and try to get this in the camera, so yeah. There. You can see it is starting to come to life again. See? Better. This one too. Just kind of wiggle that brush around in there. See, it's good to have an old toothbrush that you don't use anymore. See? Go around there a little bit more. Yeah. Now the lifters that are there and the springs, I'm not going to worry about them. They're typically not too dirty. So, what you do now is let the water out. Look at all that dirt in the tub. You see that? Wow. Look at all that. A lot of gunk moving down the drain, baby. That all came from my horn. So, okay, we're going to let it drain. She's almost done. Look at all that. Wow. Folks, now you know why you need to clean out your horn, kids, folks, everybody. Now, even if you don't care about dirt and grime and sludge, that actually impedes airflow, resistance, tone, efficiency. Hello? So I don't care if you're a clean freak or if you're just a complete dirtbag. You gotta clean out your horn if you want that thing to be easy to play and sound good. So now we're at the point where we just need to do some rinsing off, and we will do that right now. Kind of an easy part. Again, turn on some lukewarm water. Easy part. Rinse it off real good. Take it. Put it over here in the towel. 3 caps. There they are. Put it in the towel. The main tuning slide. Did you notice that this is uneven? Whenever you have a tuning slide like this that's uneven, that's usually going into a reversed leak pipe. And there's a reason for that. A lot of times you can get better efficiency, less resistance, better ease of playing. So that's why this is uneven. So like if you're kicking out your kid's horn and you know these are both even, that's just a typical tuning slide. This is a reverse, a tuning slide that's going to reverse a lead pipe. That's why it's doing that. So just get it out, have some water, watch the water come out. There we go, see that? Put it over here on the towel, boom. The lifters, careful that they don't go down the little drain. And you can go like that. You don't want those going down the drain. The springs, I do one at a time, like I mentioned before. They can get snarled up together. I don't want to sit there for 15 minutes trying to untangle the springs so they got caught up with each other. This mouthpiece is amazing and clean now. Oh, look at that. That is nice and clean. Look at that. That's ready for some high double C's, baby. Woo! Yes, ma'am. Look at that. Oh, yeah. Oh, they're going to come out loud. My first tuning slide. First valve tuning slide with my thumb ring on it. Last, but definitely not least, the most important, the valves. Rinse those off really good. Take them out. Come back over here with this big old mess over there. Yeah, go ahead and rinse this off a little bit. Thank you, Snake. Appreciate your hard work today. Yes, sir. Look at it, we got the whole mess right there, but they're all clean. Yeah, I'm probably not going to clean off my tub for you guys. I'm going to clean this later. I think you guys already know how to clean a tub, and I'm not going to spend 10 minutes with comment cleaning this stuff up, so I'll do that on my own. I brought everything into the living room. Got it on the couch, on a nice clean towel. I got the lubricants that we're going to be using. You also need a roll of paper towels. You also want to have one right down at your feet. You'll see why in a minute. That way Mom doesn't get really hysterical, okay? Have that paper towel right there. There's the horn, remember? I brought it by there before. So now, we're going to go ahead and start reassembling the horn. Yeah, it's not too terribly difficult. In fact, what's great about this video that I didn't have when I was 11 years old, hello? That's when I first started doing this, and I was looking at a little manual, a little pamphlet inside the case. Let me tell you something, that did not work out too well. You got a video now that takes you step by step. Anything that you forget, anything that you forget how to put back together, all you got to do is rewind this video and you'll see. My horn's been kind of air drying there on the pillow, but I will give it a little bit of shake. It doesn't need to be perfectly dry, folks. Why? The horn's always wet on the inside, unless you're not playing it. You put it in the closet for 3 months, it won't be wet, but basically this horn's always going to be wet. It's not going to hurt it to be wet on the inside. And this is that one thing that I want to take care of. And then also remember, yeah. So those are two things on my horn I want to take care of. I go to Home Depot, get some really super fine sandpaper. We're talking very, very fine. Not like you're thinking. I mean really super, like a cloth. Just barely go over and get some of that off. And I'll probably have to take this guy to a guy, put some heat to it and pop it right off. But this one's the least of my concerns on this horn. So yeah, I shook it out. It's good. Horn's good. It feels great, so we're going to set it back down because that comes in last. What I'd like to do now is go ahead and I do shake out the valves just a little bit, get some of the water out, because we're trying to put petroleum distillates on the valve. So I feel like if it has extra water in it, that could interfere with the what valve oil we're going to put on it. Yeah, so I just do that. Let me get the next one. You can see that there is probably some water on there. Well, I feel it. I don't know if you can see it. Okay, get the last one. I feel water hitting my leg. I don't know if you can even see that. Now, here's where people get really screwed up, so don't be worried about this. These lifters, there's only one way to really put them in. You got well, I don't even know if you can see this. There's a small head or flange and a bigger flange, or however you want to talk about it. I just put, and then you see like the valve has that little loop on it, and on that one, it looks like they're equal on both. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip it in like this, and then turn it like that. Now when I turn it, what you want is you want this recessed area. Can you see that? You don't want that to be on top. This recessed area, that there, the little bolt, that needs to be facing up, because that's where the spring is going to go, right? Make sense? Be smart about this, people. That's the recess. It's like a little cup. So you put that in, but you have to turn it, and you want to turn that up and bring it down, because that's the cup that's going to hold the spring. And if you did everything and followed my directions, now you don't have to untangle a bunch of springs. If you didn't listen to me, you might be spending 20 minutes fooling around, screwing around with untangling springs. And let me tell you, you're going to end up stretching the spring out in a bad spot or making it unequal. You're not going to want that. So you need to really follow my advice. Put that right there. Now, it doesn't really matter which one of these guys goes on. I'm not even paying attention which one it goes on. Unless one was broken. But you want to just put it like that and then screw it on. See? Screw it on like that. So simple, right? I'm going to set that aside. Same thing for the other guy. I'm not going to go through the whole lifter thing because I already did that, and you don't need to spend 10 more minutes on the lifter thing. Spring. You get the feeling I've done this before? Yeah, well, I'm not 11 years old anymore, so imagine I've done this every couple of months since I was 11. How many times would that be? Yeah, you tend to kind of not even think about it after that. So there we go. And one left. Lift her in. Boom. Down. Spring. Where's the spring? Oh, spring. Valve stem. Right there. Yeah. Oop, come on now. At least I got two hands on this. When I was in the bath, as you saw, it was... Oh, come on now. Oh, Houston, we got a problem. This guy's not going in right. Let's just see why. Right there. And... Oop. Very strange. Let me get it a little bit more. There we go. I will beat you, valve stem. There we go. That's good. Now I like to leave the valves alone right now and concentrate on these guys. Why? You need to put the slides in first, folks. So that way, when they're all in, you can put the valves in one at a time and make sure you got a clear airflow through the valves. If you don't, you'll put the valves in willy-nilly, and then your son or daughter, I'm just talking if you're a parent, or if you are the player, you'll go to blow and it'll be like, no air will go through because you didn't line up the valves. So I'm going to show you a really cool way to line up the valves so you don't have to take it to your band director and waste their time and have them do it. So this is the main tuning slide. Shake it out. First valve slide. Shake it out. And the most important, really, in my opinion, well, not most important, but I mean, this one gets a lot of action when you're playing on D, 1 and 3, and C sharps. I mean, this one's got to be functioning. Especially, now, sometimes if you watch my performances, if you see me going fast, well, you might not see me throw this out, okay? You should, but you might not see me. Now, when you're holding out a D or a C sharp for more than a quarter note, I mean, heck, you got to throw this guy out. It's going to be out of tune. So a lot of times when you see me play and I'm holding out a note and you happen to see me go to a D or C sharp, this guy comes out. If I'm going, well, you might not see this come out. Are you going to notice if that D or C sharp's out of tune? You won't be able to tell. It's going by so fast. But this guy needs to come out when we're talking about quarter notes or something slow. Boo, dee, boop, beep, boop, beep. It's got to come out. And this guy's got to be slick, and I'm going to show you how to do that real soon. All right, so now we need to start putting stuff back into the horn. And here's where your paper towel comes in handy. Now I got a paper towel down at my feet. I got this free one. The reason for that is you're going to see. So here's our slide grease. Again, if you ran out of slide grease or couldn't find some, you can use chapstick or you can use Vaseline as a cheap substitute. Probably won't be the best, but I'm just putting a little bit on my finger. I don't know if you can see that. Just a little bit. Yeah, folks, you're going to have to get dirty. I know the millennials don't like to do that. But, you know, come on. Get your son or daughter. Get them working. I mean, I've had kids tell me that they can't take lessons. They don't have any money. And I'm like, well, how many lawns are you cutting this summer? How many cars are you washing this summer? How many newspaper routes do you have? Oh, well, we don't have a lawnmower. Oh, okay. Well, you have 2 feet. Can you deliver newspapers? Well, my mom doesn't really like me to go. Yeah, whatever. So millennials, you got to work. I mean, if you want to get good, the one thing I know about millennials, they got the strongest D's. Anybody my age, if you ever want to do pinochle with a millennial, do not. Or if you decide to do that, take out insurance. They will break your freaking thumb off. Look how big I am. A millennial thumb is equal to that of an 800-pound gorilla. Their thumb from doing this. Texting, right? Game playing, the joystick. Don't ever try to do anything with them when it comes to thumb wrestling or pinochle. They will break your thumb the freak off. I'm serious. But millennials, you need to develop more than your thumb, okay? How about this? Yeah. How about these fingers? Wouldn't they be good for something? Maybe your instrument? Look at that. Can you even see it? Boom. Not this. Okay. This was greased up. Did we grease? We didn't grease this up. Let's grease this up, baby. Boom. Now I'm gonna Now you're gonna see where the paper towel comes in handy. Right now I need it, and of course now I don't have it. Where'd it go? It fell down. Oh, here it is. Hiding behind it. So I need this to wipe my fingers off because I don't want to get grease all over the other part of the finished slide. Now what I do is, check this out technique. I put in one side and do a little this action. In and out. Just like that. And the other one. Boom. Just like that. And then put them both in together. Oh, that's lovely. Now you can leave it all together just like that for right now. We'll pull it out later when we want to do the tuning. But for right now, you can leave it all in just like that. Tuning slide's done. First valve slide, sometimes I will throw on the faster lubricant, but this one's actually such a good first valve slide, I'm not going to worry about it. And of course, I'm actually putting some, where are we? Here? Yeah. So I'm putting some on the main body of the horn. Yeah, like that. Again, I need to now wipe my fingers off because I don't want to smudge up the exterior of the horn. Same deal as we did on the tuning side. Just one side in, get it going. The other one. Like that. Boom. Let's see if this is sweet. Oh yeah. This one doesn't need to be super fast. I mean, that's a little bit sluggish, but I know that once I start playing, give it a week or two, this will come into where I need it. It is a little stiff right now. I might throw a little slide mix on it. We'll see. So, third valve slide. This is the most important. So, this very expensive technological chemical mix is pretty amazing. It looks like snot. So you have a bigger bottle, and they give you like how many drops to put on it and whatnot. I don't care about that. I just look at that. This one comes out pretty slick. Okay. This one's got a very high viscosity. This one comes out more like snot, if I remember right. No, I guess not. I guess, well, maybe these are good 5 or 6 years old. So now, paper towel to wipe your hands off. I'm definitely going to go in here. And there we go. Okay, that one's good. Now we put a little bit on the main body of the horn, which is right here. Yeah, it's this one that looks like snot. It must be just getting old. So you mix them both together. Boom. Now put them on. We do the one at a time here, so we're going to do this. Come on. Yeah. Now put it both in there. If it's a good slide, it'll fall right off. Oh! Good slide. If that slide falls right off, you know you're in business, baby. Woo! That's good. Wipe it a little bit. Oh, yes, sir. Bam. Like almost like a trombone slide. Love it. Watch it one more time. Well, not going crazy like it was. Oh, there we go. Can you tell I'm having fun? Okay, so I'm going to work on this. It may need a little something, and it may need a little bit more, but it actually should just slip on. It's like it fall right off. So there we go. We got that. Let me put in this little thing, this little thumb screw here, so that way it doesn't actually fall out when I'm really playing for real. So, okay, there we go. We got that. Where are we at now, folks? Oh, yeah, here we go. Come to the valves. Remember, each valve has a number, so if I can get down and busy. This is a 3. Yeah, 3. So 3. We'll go to, obviously, this one. Right? Third valve. So I'm going to slide in right there. Take my valve oil. And remember, I got the paper towels down there because Mom's gonna get mad if you put valve oil all over her freaking carpet. So there we go. Let's go ahead and oil this up. Put some on the spring, your lifter. Put it in there good. Turn around. They say don't do that, but you know I've been doing this for years. And it's good. Do it again. This is a clean horn. I mean, you want to load the... Don't be scared to put valve oil on your valve. Load it up. Now, here's the... Hear that? That's why you got the slides in there. If I blow like this, no air will come out. Now watch as I turn it. And it just sinks in. When you hear that click, boom. That's where it needs to go. That's why you put the slides in first, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my God, that is so sweet. Whew. Now let me see. Yeah, so let me put the, this is called a valve cap, obviously. You got 3 of them. Just throw that on there. Note to dads with very, very strong muscles, never force anything on a horn. Never. I've seen dads with their son or daughter's mouthpiece stuck. Can't get it out. Real brute strong dads will grab the mouthpiece. Guess what happens, Dad? You never get the mouthpiece off. So this brace rips off and you rip off the whole lead pipe. This horn cannot be brute strength handled. None of it. If you can't like this little second valve, I couldn't get it off. I'm not going to manhandle it to get it off because I could screw up the whole second valve and that could be a $200 job. No, never manhandle with brute strength your horn or your dad do anything like that. No. I'm telling you that right now. Otherwise, unless you want to go ahead and throw away 200 or 300 Ben Franklins and not have your kid practice the horn. Never manhandle the horn because you will be sorry. Trust me, I'm strong and I've effed up horns before when I was younger out of rage to get them to go right. And guess what? In the end, you end up paying out the money, out the bank, out the wazoo to have someone do it the right way. So you cannot manhandle a horn like this. It's got to be done with finesse. Oh, that's beautiful. Look at that. Third. Damn. Can you see it? Faster than your eyes can see, right? Ow. Second valve. Let's see, or first valve. Let's see where we got. That's first valve. That's fine with me. So first valve, throw it in, just like at an angle. Boom. The valve oil. Put a little bit on the lifter, a little on the spring, get on the casing, turn it. Yeah, a little bit more. Throw it in, turn it. Easy. Remember, don't manhandle. Just easy. Don't force anything. Pull it back out. More oil. Don't be scared to put a lot of oil. This oil is going nowhere but out the spit valve. There we go. Turn it. Now, That's kind of iffy. It locked in there. We'll see if that's the real spot it's supposed to be. Ooh. Now that's kind of weird, the way it would stick like that. Strange. So I got the right valve in there. My first valve was my fastest valve. There we go. I had it in the wrong spot. Look at that. By the way, if it makes a click, hear that? Mom, Dad, that's doing that. That means this tightener right here, part of the valve stem, it's not tight enough. You have to just kind of snug it up. Now watch. See? If it's loose, it makes a clicking sound. Tighten it up a little bit, not too tight. Dad, don't muscle this, just nice. Boom. There we go. You see how this got effed up a little bit? I had it in the wrong little spot, so that's why I got the slides in. We're going to test this all in a minute. Here comes the first valve cap. Goes on obviously right here. And here's where you got to be very gentle because the threads here are so thin, you don't want to muscle it. Just easy. Do it like this. Don't grind it. Just easy. In fact, if my experience, folks, is if you have someone who's strong and they go really hard, this valve will stick. That valve will stick. That's how close the tolerance is. If you muscle this down hard, that will stick. You'll F up the whole valve. So just easy. You should be able to, no, I probably put it on too tight. It should be easy. There we go. Just like that. That's it. Last valve. Here we go. Middle valve. Oil it. Okay, get the lifters. Springs. Yes. Put it in there, turn around. Pull back out. More oil. Don't worry about using too much oil. If you got the best oil, it will not hurt you. It will help you. If you have crappy oil, it will hurt you. Why? Because it's too thick. It'll make the valve sluggish. You want good oil. There we go. Alright, so let's go ahead and put the valve cap back on. Just snug. Oh wow. That's slick. You know what? This one's not as slick. So let's do a little bit of this, baby. This is actually for trombones, but we're going to put a little of this on there. A little of that. A little of this guy. I want this not to have any sluggishness to it at all. There we go. Still sluggish. Get in there. Get in there. A little bit more. A little bit more. Oh, now it's there. It's there. Look at that. Boom. It's not as slick as a third valve slide. Look at that. That's what you want. This one is not that thick. Watch, it's not gonna. You still have to give a little effort, but this is the one I care about the most. Okay. Wipe it down a little bit. Folks, now you could, if you wanted to, if you have a lacquer polishing cloth, this is brand new. In fact, I'm just going to rip it open. I'm not really so much on the looks of my horn, I'm more on the sound. And a lot of you guys don't actually ever get to hear my real sound because I'm recording on the phone. But I do have some studio stuff, and when you hear it, my sound is I'm actually proud of my sound. That's the one thing I'm proud of, is my sound. That's the one thing that separates me from the most celebrated professional trumpet players you've ever heard in your life. I feel like my sound is up there. It's really good. Most of you don't really get to hear my sound because you hear it coming through this little scrawny little phone. And when you hear the celebs, their sound is mixed and mastered for weeks until it's released. It's just like, perfect. But I'm actually proud of my sound. And anyway, yeah, so I mean, yeah, the look to the horn is good. This horn's had a couple of rough goes. You saw a couple of the rough goes really in the bathtub, right? I mean, so yeah, I mean, I don't really care if it gets a couple of scratches or whatnot. But you could, if you really want to, take a polishing cloth and polish it off. If you have a silver horn like a box Strad, you can easily go and get a two-sided silver cloth. It'll have one side to get off a lot of the grime, and then it'll have a polishing side. You know, yeah, because I know you want to be proud of your horn. So this is just a standard lacquer. This is called a lacquer horn here, lacquer. So just a little bit. Oh my God, this thing, the valves are amazing. That thing is like firing off. It's amazing. Wow. And wait a minute, I didn't even know the tuning sled, so that was probably sharp. Way sharp. Pull this guy out here. I just went down a half step. This horn is firing in all cylinders now. It's awesome. I'm ready to rock, baby. Valves are great. Horn sounded great. Everything's cleaned out. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how you thoroughly clean a horn. You don't need to go to the music store and give them $3 $20 bills or whatever they're charging now, $70, $80 to do the chemical clean. That's bullshit. You need to get your little millennial son or daughter, have them put down their joystick, their PlayStation 3 or 4, their game box, their Xbox, whatever the hell they're playing, they're texting their phone, put that down, and they got to work their body and do the work. Bend over and work this horn, make it magically clean. And out there, I recommend cleaning this horn every 1 month to 6 weeks. If you're lazy like I am sometimes, every 2 months. But heck, man, if you got if you got a kid that's 13 or 14 years old, that energy, they should be cleaning this thing every 4 weeks. I mean, come on, there's no reason not to. That's my tutorial on how to thoroughly clean a trumpet. You won't find any video more thorough than this video. This is the real deal, my friends. It's the Viking way of doing things. Hi, I'm Kurt Thompson and welcome to my channel. That's youtube.com/your brass instructor. Thanks for just watching the video that you did. Maybe it's the first one that you've watched, or maybe you've watched tons of my videos. In fact, as of June 2016, as a brass player and trumpet player, I have the most tutorials free on the planet. I have over 600 videos on my YouTube channel currently, all free. So again, thanks again for watching this video. I hope that you got something out of it. Sometimes I make a video just to make you laugh. A lot of times I make a video to educate you on something and maybe even help solve a problem. So I hope something like that occurred for you in this video. And while you're at it, again, subscribe, click on my website link, and go on to the next video. It's lovely out here. Have a great day.